After clinching the WCHA regular season title over the weekend, the second-ranked women's hockey team faces number 3 Minnesota in Minneapolis this weekend. Friday's game starts at 7 p.m., while Saturday's game is a 3 p.m. start on BTN. Head coach Mark Johnson is here. We'll have some opening comments, then take questions.
Thanks, Brian. Certainly want to congratulate my team. Senior day is always an emotional day, and having such a big senior class, distractions which coaches don't like, but it's all good distractions because obviously a lot of the family members were in town yesterday and the introductions were wonderful, and then when they drop the puck, as a coach, you hope they're ready to play. And obviously the meaning of the game and the importance of the game was known by everybody, not only us, but certainly by Coach Harrington and Mankato. So, you know, I was happy with the way we came out and handled those emotions. More importantly, I was happy the way we came out in the third period and really embraced the last 20 minutes of a regular season at home. You know, we played as well as we have all season. We scored on our opportunities in the last 5 or 6 minutes. As I was going up and down in the bench, I just, you know, was talking about make sure you enjoy this. You go on the ice, enjoy playing here in front of a crowd, and knowing that, you know, in 5 or 6 minutes you're going to be WCHA champs. So it was a good day. We held our banquet last night after the game, and again, another emotional night, you know, saying goodbye to our seniors and having the parents in attendance. You know, it was a good day. I got home last night about 9:30 on my couch and very relaxed and a nice smile on my face. So good day.
What more can he accomplish?
Well, as I'll tell the team, I mean, they can enjoy it today, and then tomorrow at 8 o'clock they're back in the weight room working out and getting ready for Minnesota. Obviously, it's an important series when you look at the big picture of things in women's hockey, and so you know, it's our job to prepare ourselves. It's a short week with practice Tuesday and Wednesday, and then travel up there. And I think the competitive nature of this group and their work habits. And playing Minnesota just creates excitement. As I've said in the past, when we're going into a weekend against Minnesota, it's fun for the coaches because you know your players are going to be excited to play. So I anticipate that, you know, Friday night and then coming back Saturday with our game on Big Ten and an opportunity to showcase our product around the country. So it's an exciting weekend. And again, you know, depending on how the series goes and who wins, you know, it has a ramification in the big picture as far as the RPI is concerned.
Mark, so you have no concerns at all about how your team is approaching this game, coming down off of what happened yesterday and getting prepared for this? It sounds like it's good timing for you, or maybe am I not seeing that correctly?
No, I mean, I think to answer it, yeah, I've got concerns, you know, but I think hopefully we've learned from past experiences, and that's what you reflect on. So when we beat Minnesota a couple times here, and now we got a big series up in Grand Forks, and we came out Friday night in that game, and you know, you'd say we probably got off to a slow start. So again, we can reflect on that, talk about that experience, and maybe unlike some other teams we play, I think a lot of the players get keyed up for Minnesota, and so I anticipating to see a real high octane, up and down, close-knit battle in both the games this weekend. And that'll be the preparation. That'll be the talk starting tomorrow afternoon as we get ready for practice.
Coach, you got 30 wins in 32 games, so obviously the team's good, but how important is this weekend for the confidence of your team as they move into the playoffs and the results of this weekend coming up?
I enjoyed the games this weekend for a couple reasons. One, obviously you're playing a highly competitive, an arch rival. The second part of it, at the end of the weekend, we should be better because of it. And so when you play a couple games at a real fast pace and you play against a real strong opponent, you'll usually come back that next game and play at that same level. And so when we finish up with Minnesota Saturday afternoon and get ready for our playoff game against Minnesota State Mankato and can play at that pace we play at this weekend, that's going to be good for us.
John?
You've got several guaranteed games to go, and you hope, of course, it goes further than that. But to this point, has this team exceeded your expectations?
It probably has. You know, you sit in September and you get out the crystal ball and you try to figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work and where you might be at the end of the season with some things that are unknown as far as injuries and things that happen over the course of a winter. But, you know, as I sit here today and talk and reflect on what we've done in 32 games, it's pretty impressive. And, you know, you compliment the players for doing that and the time commitment. And yesterday they got rewarded because, as I said yesterday after the game, you know, this trophy's the toughest one to win to me in women's hockey, just because it takes so long to get there and so many things have to go right. And you have to be consistent, you have to make improvements, you have to make adjustments. And this group's been able to do that, and certainly a feather in their cap for, you know, winning the league championship. You know, and then we'll wrap up the regular season Friday and Saturday, and then we play a 2-week season. And I'll explain that to the group where, you know, if you win, you keep moving on. If you don't win, you don't move on. And, you know, in basketball, we call it March Madness, and there's a reason for it. It's exciting, it's fun, there's pressure, and all of that put together makes it an enjoyable time of year. So we'll talk about those things, but the most important thing is get ourselves mentally ready and focused in for Friday night.
I don't mean to take attention away from your team, but you've known the Kessel family for a long time, and I understand you had a chance to speak a little bit with Amanda Kessel prior to her return to Minnesota. Is that true?
Yeah, I saw Amanda before just before Christmas, you know, back in town here, and hadn't seen her in a while, and so, you know, I've known her for a long, long time. You know, went to school with her dad and graduated in the same class at Memorial, so played a lot of baseball together with him. And so, you know, the thing I guess I'm happiest about is that she's healthy. And, you know, we've had players that have had to redshirt, that had to, you know, take a medical redshirt and, you know, forego any of their eligibility left at college level with concussions. And so, you know, to me the most important thing is, you know, anyone, whether you're a male or female, that has one, is to try to just to get healthy so you can lead a normal life. I've had friends that have had them, and they've been with them a long time, and eventually they're fortunate enough to get healthy. And so when I heard Amanda was coming back, you know, I was happy because she's healthy, and hopefully things will go well for her, and she'll continue to stay healthy.